Good evening, friends. Bit of a late start. Had some technical difficulties. That's fine. We're here now. And we finally have a tracking sheet for the challenge we're doing. Took us a while, but here we go. I think it looks pretty nice. Anyways, that said, we're picking up where we left off last week, doing more of the hat trick challenge. We're midway through Bolette, and so let's do it. Anyways, so we had already done Hiveminder. We've already used up a chunk of cards. Unfortunately, I got Hiveminder when I had Bogworm, and I really was hoping to use Bogworm for the different champion path. Cleave was a great pickup for Hiveminder because it allowed us to turn our high attack into a guaranteed wave clear, which was rather important to us. We didn't have to use up Wing Shield, which is important because we really want that for the new Executioner path. Yeah, overall we got out of that without too much problem. I don't really mind losing Cluster Kernel at all, and we didn't have to use up either Moral Mistress or Spore Launcher, which are the two really big things I didn't want to lose. That said, what are we doing? So, I kind of really want Pyre of Savagery for the Slay path. The problem is we don't know what paths are going to be offered. Because if I get Hiveminder and, Executioner, then I have to take Executioner. That's just the rules of the challenge. And I would really prefer to get Savagery for Headsman, just because he'll help us with the whole Trample Slay situation. It's doable without it, but that would make my life a lot easier for sure. Okay. Let's try to avoid Pyre Savagery for the moment. And then, Herzl's Horde is good, Fear's Greed is good. I don't care about Wing Shield in the slightest. Life Mothers is decent. I'm just going to do Herzl's Horde, because especially in this world, the ideal pickup we really want is Wing Shield. Assuming we get the right champion path. Okay, Squad Leader is good-ish. Selfless Sacrifice and Proliferate are both solid. Yeah, we hadn't used up any of those yet. Okay, good to know. Alright, let's see what champion paths are on offer. Okay, we got Executioner, which is what I wanted. It's also the path I'm kind of most worried about. I'm going to take Spotted Spore. I really like Guild Marker, and normally I would take Guild Marker just because it's so much value, especially this early in the game. But I'm going to take the thing that buffs my Funguis, especially in a world where I have Trample from Squad Leader, and, that's what we're doing. I guess we're going to stay up on bottom floor, although I don't know how well I'm going to be able to get kills. Unfortunately, what I'd really like to do is do the Selfless Sacrifice and the Fungi, and then Proliferate. But we're going to do this and just build up some Fungi. And then as they die, we get more and more Fungi. Because that's just how it works. I'm not going to bother playing out the Selfless Sacrifice because the damage shields would just get lost, basically. Unfortunately, that does mean that I'm not propagating damage shields, but I'll tell you right now, I think we'll be able to manage. I somehow think our 141 attack power fungi stack and friends will be able to take Astriel. I mean, like, Astriel can be a fairly threatening boss, kind of, but he's not that bad. Okay. Also, since I kind of glossed over it, how you doing, friends? How was your weekend? How's your day? And all that jazz? God, Infectory still has such a derpy looking picture. So, I cannot take Green Recruit. And I cannot take Spawning Pods. Because we already used them during the last run we did. So, the question is just, do I want Infectory? And the answer is probably yes. Yeah, I mean, we'll take it. It's just, I want it either on this run or the next run, probably. So, I have to take it on, or I have to choose where we're using it. Also, we can't take Cleave. We can take either of the other two. Divinity is good, but we're not going to take it. And Windblade, just who cares? Even for a shift-focused team, it largely doesn't matter. Okay, so I think mainly we just want the Merchant of Magic. I think that's going to do a lot more work for us. And then we're going to go for the Merchant of Arms, for sure. One of the problems with this is that I can't put deployable on the Wing Shield, which I totally spaced over when I was looking at Pyres and all that. Because I don't have any fungi during deployment, and I really want to play out the Wing Shield on the fungi. So the Remove Consume is going on one of these two. I mean, obviously, like, you know, there are only Consume cards, but the whole point is I am definitely taking it, and I just have to decide what I'm putting it on. I think maybe just Selfless Sacrifice, because that's a little more reliable. And also I can pretty nicely combo that with this, which is pretty good. And then I think I maybe want to do this. Yeah, it used up all my gold, which is a little scary, but that's fine. And then I'm not taking those. They're good units, and I probably should take one, especially since I got Herzl's Horde and yada yada yada. I should have taken it. I didn't. Well, also technically it leaves it open for next run, which is also useful. I should probably have Bolette on a higher floor, but... do I want to do that? Kind of. I guess let's try it. Yeah, this is largely why I didn't want Bolette on this floor. It's just because with the Flagellants, like, they aren't really dying. And so I'm not getting the Siphon bonus, which is kind of, like, majorly important. Also, I can't have them surviving till higher up. Because you'd go down to 42 effectively. And so you'd get 2 hits on my Pyre, you do 30 damage. That's so much damage. We're not doing that. We're gonna go back to the plan 1. I was just seeing how it looks doing bottom floor, but unsurprisingly, it's real bad. And the damage shields do mitigate the problem of these guys just having high damage output. I'm gonna do that so we get them a little lower, because I am scared about how much HP they're gonna be at, but I think we'll be able to do it. Yeah, and like this turn in particular should look pretty good. Okay, so I did that way so he can get the damage shields on when we start propagating. Just because that helps in case I need it later. Okay, that is helpful, though I could have certainly used it earlier. Alright, you're still going to have some damage shields lasting, and then you start trampling over, and we get a whole lot of fungi. Since we get both the spawns from the infectory and from you. And we're in pretty good shape. I will pull you up to the front, so then we can murder you, which also gets us more spawns. And also we lose damage shields less quickly. Ta-da! Beautiful. Absolutely incredible. I mean, I do like Loam Coat. Glow Up is also real good. But I think I don't want to use that. I think I'd rather save that for the next run. Obviously, we don't know if it'll be offered, but I do think that's what we want. Loam Coat is a maybe. I'm tempted to take it and combine with Wing Shield if it's offered, but that does make for a 4-cost equipment, which is a lot. Not out of reasonability, and it is good. I'm gonna take it, I guess. We are not gonna take Rising Rage. We... I think are gonna take Be Gone. Well, no. I'm gonna leave Be Gone. Maybe. I'm gonna take one of these two, I guess. Oh, ow. Somehow woke up really sore today, and I didn't do anything yesterday to make those muscles sore, and that's concerning. But nonetheless, here we are. God, I like never take Be Gone. I'm gonna take it. We'll see how much it ends up being useful, but we'll take that. And then we're gonna go here, and you're gonna just give me Wing Shield. Nope. I really want that Void Armament for next run. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Hall of Mirrors is interesting, though. Hellhorn, Awoken, Lazarus. I don't know if I care about any of these. Nope, don't care about those. How you doing, Ether? Okay. I mean, 2 bullets is pretty appealing. The problem is just the capacity situation. Obviously. But, like, getting it so my troops are getting, at rank 3... So my troops would be getting plus 6 HP per stack. And so they go from 4 HP per stack to 10 HP per stack. And it becomes Siphon Spawn 6. Like, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna take this. It is questionable, but we're gonna do it. Here we are. Hades 2 on the weekend, life's cool. Makes sense. I finally got around to playing a little bit of Hades 2 full release. And obviously I played a good chunk of it before the full release. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, the problem is that my troops won't have trample. Just get diadem. Obviously, diadem does not solve all my problems. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do that, so then we can start propagating the Valor as well. It's not nearly as good as propagating damage shields, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, actually, let's do it this way. Also, maybe should have used the Begone. Begone is a lot less good for us when we don't have Trample, though. Looks like capacity upgrade first. Yep, that it does. Okay, we do have some damage shields, though, to block his ever-increasing horrible damage. Also, here's the Loam Coat that we have always wanted, deep in our heart of hearts. And yeah, we have just enough damage shields that we'll get to propagate it, which is real good. Was Infectory the right choice, given that you spawn 2 off of mirrors? Great question. I did think about that earlier. Totally forgot. It's fine. Yeah, God, I have so much extra HP. Ah, whatever. That was weird. I probably shouldn't have done it that way. Here we are. I should have just made other things. Like, it's okay. We're doing fine. There we go. So by putting him up front, Fun Guy stack takes him out, and then we're good. Because then the bullets can each take out one of those guys. Yeah, so look at all that beautiful, beautiful thing. Yeah, we have kind of a monstrous Fun Guy stack here with, you know, a good chunk of attack, especially for Ring 3. And, so much HP. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm pretty happy with that. Though obviously we still have a lot of problems to overcome. Contagious, we don't care about. Tome of Evergrowth is very good. I don't think we care about it, though. Fun Guy in his suit, pretty confident we're taking. Suit is so overkill. Yeah, it helps us get rolling, though, and that's useful. I don't know if I actually need it, though. I'm still gonna take it. Okay. I don't particularly like Steadfast Crusader, but it's okay, especially in a world where we have Herzl's Horde and we just have a bunch of deployment number. And it's unlikely that I use it in the next run. Moral Mistress we don't want here. It is a good card, though. Prickly Puffball, I don't think we're using. Another good card, though. Does sort of solve some of our issues, but it creates others. I think we're skipping, but also maybe it's worth just taking the Steadfast Crusader as a way to, like, soften enemies up. Because, like, we do need to get kills to, like, get rolling. And that is sort of a problem. So I'm going to skip. I think I'm overall too conservative with units sometimes, though. Especially when I have Herzl's Horde and I have just a bunch of deployment number. So, do I care about this? Not a ton. It mostly comes down to just getting HP for, like, the squad leader. Also, I could get, like, another squad leader. That mostly doesn't matter. At the alcove, I could get a variety of things that help. I think we'll take that. Not what I had in mind. Ancient Roots is interesting, though. Maybe. I mean, that's pretty good. Just selfless sacrifice, proliferate. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. That's fine. Does mean I can't upgrade those further. Oh well, fine. Okay, we're gonna re-roll this, and Martyr Signet doesn't help, really. Jack Strips does. So we will take that. I love the box. I do too. To be clear, Jack Strips sort of can fuck us up, but for the most part is sort of okay for us. Okay, so we have 7, and so that would bring us down to 5, and so I can still do this and then that. Big fan of the gotcha box at all times. I hate the large box. It is not my thing. Oops. There we go. Okay. We now have some Bullets and some squad leaders. And now we have some fun guy. We will have a big tower. Yep, that we will. Honestly, the proliferate isn't that great for me here, so I'm gonna wait. Yeah, so the Jack Strips means that any, like, weak enemies, as they ascend, just immediately die here, which is pretty good for us. I'm just gonna get rid of this right now. Our fun guys are gaining 144 HP. I think we can handle. Okay, so does it actually help me to do the Infectory now? Not really. Since I've got the bullets already, this is fine. Because they give me 1 extra spawn every time I spawn. Which does mean it's probably worth getting rid of the Infectory now. God, our fungi stack is ridiculous. I might not even need the Wing Shield at this rate, as long as I can protect my backliners going into Seraph, we'll be okay. I think getting the double value on Siphon is still that much more value. I mean, it's not double value. It doesn't turn it into spawn 4. I believe it only adds 1 extra. I could be wrong, though. It has gone through some iterations. Regardless, it's fine. And we'll just do this. Who cares? HP upgrade and Titanite for the cheerleader. I mean, yeah, that was what I was looking at. I wish I could give them the Umbra upgrade for damage shields. That would be a lot more appealing, but is what it is. I do like Inhale. I don't want Pox. I don't know if Inhale is going to do me enough. And we haven't taken any of these. I'm confident of that. I kind of want the Inhale. I can't really verify that's going to matter. But I'll take it, I guess. Even though, again, part of the point of this challenge is generally to draft as little as you can get away with. I definitely don't want these. I mean, Everlasting Light is good, obviously, but not really here. How you doing, Misty? So what reduces the troop stack count? Any damage or specific threshold damage? So, how it works is Fungi... Of course, now it's off screen. There we go. Every stack of troop counts for 3 attack and 4 HP. And so if they take 4 HP worth of damage, then they lose 1 stack of troop because it's essentially killing one of the troops. That's how it is themed and essentially how it works. But because we have Bolette, Executioner Bolette, he gives troops an additional +2 HP per stack. So instead of it being every 4 HP loss, it's every 6 HP loss. And that does decrease their max HP, so you can't just like re-heal them back to their prior max HP. You can also give them extra max HP with things like Amorous Inoki, or like Loam Code or other equipment. All of those things essentially give you a buffer before they start losing stacks, because it sees that extra max HP as free HP to lose, essentially, first. Does Siphon trigger when troops lose stacks? No. Siphon is specifically... Siphon is Harvest, but only when enemies die, essentially. So it just means that it doesn't trigger when anything on your side dies, only when enemies die on the floor. Which was worded weirdly when it was only Archeon who had Siphon, because when reading it at first with Archeon, I thought it meant Archeon's enemies, but no, Siphon always means the player's enemies, regardless of who has the ability. So no Siphon, but it does trigger Harvest. Yeah, Fungi Death's troop stacks specifically do trigger Harvest. Okay, where are we going? I think we're going here. For just a lot of reasons. That's still optionally crazy with some units. Yeah, I mean, Fungi are versatile and cool and useful in a variety of ways, including, yes, just throwing them at Harvest units is... I mean, there are Harvest enemies which cleave through Fungi at a rapid and uncomfortable pace, such that if you let them go to your pyre, they can end up hitting your pyre for like 20 times 3 in a single round, and that's really bad. But don't let that happen. Just don't do that. Anyways, we're not going here. We are going here, I guess, because there are a number of good hits for us here. Holdover doesn't really help us now. Doesn't really help. I guess we'll take the Deepwood Oil. It technically helps me a little bit. So, Holdover Be Gone is sort of interesting in that it basically ensures that I can... It helps ensure that I can always cleave through waves. Because the trample works very favorably with melee weakness. It is only melee weakness 1. That's fine. It still doubles our damage output on the fun guys, essentially. How you doing, Glacier? I could also do holdover on Inhale. That seems a little more questionable. Still sort of interesting. I think I'd rather do other things. Do I want holdover here? Kind of. God, it seems so unnecessary, though. I'm gonna do this. It's a little weird. I was really hoping for intrinsic. Don't care about Holy Stone. I think we probably just want to remove some things. We're gonna dupe this. So I don't really need the Infectory anymore, and I think I do want to get rid of that. I think we're just going to start by getting rid of you. Okay, so you are going to die naturally. Still got to decide where I'm setting up, though. Well, I wasn't paying attention. Are the harp ones... Do they also give haste, or are those only the ones that give Titan Skin? We're going to set up on top and find out. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, you're the one who gives haste the whole floor. Sounds great. God, it just comes out with so much more HP than I expect. Okay. We're just gonna hurt you. We don't actually want to kill you. So... Oh... Never mind. I was thinking the wrong thing. Either way, this is still fine. Still just gonna hold on to this, because it is still gonna be worth it for me in the end. It's a bit of a waste. I'll still do it, though. Yeah, I gotta say, Jack Strips is, it's coming in handy. Alright, I don't really need that, but it's nice. If only you could dualism squad leader to give double the bonus. That'd be nice. I mean, obviously you can just have more squad leaders, but it's not the same. Okay. And now we have more damage shields, and we're also going to propagate damage shields thanks to Loam Coat. Too bad we can't multipath into rally. Yeah, that is the whole shame of this trial. I mean, obviously there's more shames than that, but that is a big concern in this. It's just not being able to multipath really does suck for certain things. Okay, well, our phone guy has 1200 1200 attack, 1100 HP, a little bit of armor too. We'll just give him another 600 armor. And let him gain thousands of HP as he enjoys spawning off of every stack of this guy's reanimate. Ugh. And yes, I could speed this up, but... Alright. Hits for 2,000 damage naturally. That's pretty cool. I didn't think I'd see Mushroom Seraph. I'm enjoying being shown horrors beyond my comprehension. Surely one of the bullets of all time. That fungi damage is unethical. Yeah, it's working out real nicely. I really have been pleased with the change to this bullet path. Like, I and several others were fighting pretty hard for a while to... We were very passionate about getting Executioner changed, because it just was a bad path, and I really appreciate what it's been replaced with. I definitely appreciate that we have an actual fungi support path, and it does some cool things for the clan. Anyways, overall, point is we're having a good time. As for options here, we are not taking Pandemic. It's a great card. It's not what we want here, though. I don't think we're taking Fertile Ground. I do have some Consume cards, though. I think, honestly, we might take Mushroom Cloud. It just helps me get the ball rolling, maybe. And that seems maybe worth it. And we aren't up against Savagery Seraph. It's only Dominion, which is not too bad, kind of. The worst thing about Dominion for me is the fact that it's going to give Corruption to my backliners. And I don't really have a great answer to that. I could have taken Rising Rage earlier as a way to constantly move them off my floor, and that might have been great. I could maybe sort of get damage shields on by bringing them to the front with a Selfless Sacrifice and then shifting something else up front. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. I will take the Mushroom Cloud. I don't know how useful it's actually going to be. Okay, so here's the deal. Benediction is a great card for us, kind of. Because it does give damage shields to the backliners, which then we could potentially propagate as well with the Proliferates. Not that I have a ton of Proliferates, but I have a couple. The problem is it's also a great card for Belet the Third, Headsman, since he does get Propagate on Slay to all friendly units. And so being able to put like a little bit of Valor and Damage Shield on our whole floor is pretty valuable. Obviously, we don't know if it's going to be offered in the third run, and we still need to win this run to get there. Also, obviously, Heroic Dive is kind of cute in that I can use on the Fungi stack to just delete an enemy. It's not as helpful as it sounds, though. I kind of want the Benediction. I'm just really worried about giving up too many important cards. We'll take the Benediction, I guess. I think I just want to go here. Because I can, like, dupe the gift box again, which is real good for me. I could maybe get Wing Shield, which is sort of irrelevant at this point, but it is quite good. I could also maybe save Wing Shield for Slay Bullet as well, is also pretty good. Sort of. On the other hand, I just get guaranteed value here. I remove some things. I then put some HP on my squad leader, so he's a little less liable to die. Fine. We'll do it. That's good enough for me for now. Do I want Endless? I think no. So if I take a second capacity upgrade, we go down to 7. Yeah, that doesn't help in the slightest. We're just gonna do this, I think. I was gonna consider taking large stone and small stone if they were offered. They weren't, or at least not yet. I don't think there's any upgrade I really want on him. Other than, like, maybe multi-strike to help kill the, reanimate enemies. I guess I'll do it. It feels mostly like a waste of gold, but that's fine. Oh, that's right. Titanite is the other thing I would have wanted. Totally spaced out. You're right. Oh well. That's fine. Alright. The just causes aren't terrible for me, but we are going to get rid of one. And here we go. We shouldn't need to worry too much about this. Because we're going to have like 1,000 HP. Literally, and B will be putting a bunch of damage shields on. So I'm not too worried about them building up the extra attack and HP. Yeah, this is the problem with the benedictions. I can't super well use it yet. I'm still maybe gonna play that right now, though. Maybe. Because if I play... I was gonna say, if I play this, he dies. That's not true, though. Does not die. Because I get just so much HP. Loses a good chunk of fungi, but that's fine. Oh, yeah, I did forget that I kind of wanted to be on mid-floor. Oh, well. Mid-floor probably would have worked better. We'll see if top floor still works. But I forgot that there were like 3 HP units that I did want to catch with the jack strips. But this should still be fine. It's just a little improper. Let them come at max power. I mean, they're wrong. They will fall before our glorious might. Kind of. Miss A, how are you getting copies? The room card? Yeah, it's Hall of Mirrors. Decreases the capacity, but when you play a unit, create a copy of it. It's not enough to catch you, though. And I'm not using the inhale, which is sort of okay. So, like, you'll give extra HP, which does hurt us. But shouldn't kill me. It's gonna hurt pretty bad, though. Yeah, it's just that my backliners can't kill him. Oh, he dies to the jackstrip. Beautiful. Like, would have been better to kill him here, but whatever, fine. Those champions are so tough. Yeah, the Chosens with a Titanite. Yeah, it wouldn't be nearly as bad if I were staying up on mid-floor where I'd be getting all these extra kills. But whatever. It's fine. I mean, we've gotten to a point where we're solved. And damage shields are so good. Alright, they try to beat through our damage shields. We cleave through them in return. Oh no, Kale's gonna get a bunch of stuff that we don't care about. Alright, we're up to 10 damage shields. Down to 8, but that's okay. We've only got 786 HP and 116 armor. I think somehow we'll manage. Alright. Ta-da! Okay. So, Cursed Twin Blade, we definitely want to leave for the next run. Unearthed Treasure does fuck all for us. Spike of the Legion, we maybe want. I do think I probably want Spike of the Legion. Although, like, we are getting a little carried away. I probably don't need it. I'm just worried that I might be gimping myself going into the third run. I'm going to leave the Spike, I guess. I've already got other things. And then I think we're taking Ember here just for, like, reliability of turns, even though I really would like the draw and maybe could do something with the capacity. Capacity would be nice, but we're just not going to worry about that. I'm gonna go here, because I don't have anything to do there, really, so let's at least try to do something here. Well, I don't want that, and I probably want Awoken's Rail Spike, because it's very unlikely that we're offered it next time. I have a couple things that can hit that wouldn't be helpful, but for the most part, that's fine. Okay. Reanimate is a way to deal with Seraph? Yeah, kind of, but not really. Though you're right that I haven't really addressed the whole Seraph issue, but we'll see what we can do. I kind of want Iron Tongue, but I don't think I really need it. Don't think I need it. And I already rerolled it. No, I didn't. Okay. I mean, Zone of Silence is cute. Don't think we're gonna take it, though. Exile's Diadem doesn't really help us. Because it's not... Like, unless I have two of them... It's not gonna buy me enough capacity to play anything. Yeah, it won't do enough. If I had more time to dupe things, maybe. But the problem is I would need 2 diadems, and I would need... Or I'd need it, like, grafted to my champion, which is impossible. Anyways, I would need 2 diadems, and I would need another squad leader, and I can't do that, so... It would be really cool, but I can't do it. So, here we go. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, Mark Invasion is fine. We have Jack Strips, which is a great artifact. I'm going to set up bottom floor, and we're going to hope that we can scale it fast enough. I mean, if I take a bit of damage, it's not that big a deal. Okay, you're going to hurt me some. Oh, well. And I do miss out on all of these guys dying. Oh, well. But needs must and all that. And at least I don't take the damage. Sure, whatever. This just helps ensure that even on waves where there's multiple sweep dudes, that I'm not going to lose my squad leader to some situation. I was trying to see if I could, like, get the Begone off of the Woken Rail Spike, but if I did, it would be too high cost, which would not be helpful. I could maybe get, like, the Mushroom Cloud, which would be vaguely helpful, but I don't know that that's helpful enough. Well, yeah, not incredibly helpful. I'm going to take a little bit of higher damage on this fight. That's not that big deal. Like, it's not ideal, but it's fine overall. Okay. Thought about doing the Begone on you, but so be it. Okay. Again, I'm taking a little bit of damage from that guy up there. Oh well, sometimes you just take damage from the one enemy you're not able to kill. I probably would have been better served by just setting up on, like, mid-floor in this fight, but oh well, here we are. Well, it doesn't really change things, so this guy still dies to the spikes. But, anyways, whatever. I did take a large chunk of damage. We're still in a reasonable range here. Don't care about the mushroom. I guess I'll take another mushroom cloud. And I guess I'll take another benediction, even though it's a bit weird for me. I probably should have taken the demon eyes. I totally spaced for a moment that it does descend, but whatever. Here we are. Don't care about Titan's Edict. Don't really care about Twin Mines unless we see something here to help. Holdover Begone is cute. Pretty confident we're going to do Holdover Benediction, though. Just because at the very least that solves the Titan problem. Not the Titan. Dominion problem. Seraph. Seraph is the word I'm looking for. Just because I got the money for it, we'll do this. Don't really care about Twin Mines. There's, like, sort of some cute things it can do, but mostly I think it's just gonna be unnecessary. May as well take Captain's Halo. Golden Idol is way too late. Golden Idol is a good game, though, by the way. What am I duping? Maybe the Benediction? I think I'm duping the Benediction. By that I mean we've already done it. Okay, so here we are. Now, do I want to be on bottom floor or mid floor? Ideally bottom floor, but I don't know that it's actually going to work out the way that I want. But we'll try it, see what it looks like. Okay. God, he just gets so much HP. Jesus. Okay, well, it's not super helpful to do that, but... I mean, whatever. You lose the damage shields, but... that's fine. God, he just gets so much HP. Like, yes, we're taking the corruption each turn. Oh wow, I think we'll be able to manage somehow. We'll just clear out some of those enemies. Oh, I could have given them extra melee weakness. But we'll just do it this way, that's fine. Okay, and now we have some damage shields on the whole team. 23 HP, 11 attack troop is already stronger than most unit cards. Yep. It's quite something. And we just get another 511 HP from this, and I don't quite lose my damage shields. Oh, no, I do lose them on the, after combat, but that's fine. Let's give a chunk of damage shields to the team. He is still losing them, and will take an increasing amount of corruption from Seraph, but I don't think the battle is going to last long enough for that to, like, really matter. Unfortunately, those corruption dudes, or reanimate dudes, do get in my way to a degree, but fine. Okay, oh no, 200 corruption. However, will we survive? Again, they do take a good chunk of damage from the corruption now, but meh. I don't think it's necessary, but we will just give 1600 armor, take the 1 damage. I'd like to point out that we have stats basically comparable to Seraph. I mean, we have way higher attack, but, you know. Don't really need to do that, but we'll do it just for the sake of it. Alright, and then we will cleave through and just murder him right then and there. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that worked out nicely. I will say the Benediction was a rather useful pickup for us. Okay, unfortunately, we have nothing to slay on turn 1, but we'll see what we can do. Okay. I could give melee weakness with Be Gone, but... Oh, whoops. Wrong order. Totally spaced. So we do that. Then we do that. And so the fungi also get the damage shields. They do lose them, but that's fine. That's not the biggest issue. Yeah, we'll still just use the Benediction. That's fine. And then they do a little bit of damage to the pyre. Who cares? That is largely meaningless to our life. Oh no, we get sapped. It, like, technically matters, but doesn't really... Alright, I'm largely wasting the box, but that's fine. I just wanted to keep the Benediction. I don't really need to be playing out the Benediction each turn now, though. It was mostly just important for what's-its-face? For Seraph. In fact, we'll just do this. I'm not killing savagery all that fast, but whatever. We'll get there eventually. Part of the issue is, like, I need enemies to kill for my deck to work. Well, that was disappointing. Also, my backliners are now sapped to oblivion. That's fine. The sap doesn't really matter. They're not really there to do damage for the most part. Their multi-strike is basically just to catch stragglers. Okay. Yeah, this is the problem, is I don't really generate power as quick as I want. Honestly, this is just the same as playing as the Vengeful Shard. Also, I don't really need to do the Pyrelite at this point. Like, I am more waiting to kill Savagery and Entropy than I am caring even the slightest about Dominion. Like, I've gotten to a point where I do decent damage now. And I certainly have more than enough armor and HP to tank all this. Unfortunately, you're a jerk. And nobody likes you in the slightest. Okay, but Entropy's down. Unfortunately, I don't get to spawn this turn because he's a loser and, you know, nobody likes him. Even he knows it. And there we go. Alright, so he goes down to 1, and then we cleave through only about 1 turn later than normal. And we took 55 damage, which is above curve, but that's fine. Like, again, that was basically expected. And there we go. It's just that, like, my deck relied so heavily on having things to kill that having 2 out of 3 turns have nothing for me to kill while I'm still taking damage really did cut into my power. Because I had no offensive scaling in my deck. All of my power just came from spawning more fungi. But there we go. It was real cute. It worked out a lot better than the last time we tried to do a troop-centric run, and I'm glad that worked. It was definitely not what I had envisioned. I was really planning on utilizing Wing Shield and other things if I needed to, but no, getting the Hall of Mirrors and the Jackstrips, and especially starting with whatever that artifact is called, Spotted Spore, all of that was very, very nice for us. Anyways, there's my thing. So let's update the list. So this was Executioner, and we did that with Herzl. Okay. For units, we had Squad Leader, and I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was everything. Okay. And then we had Awoken's Rail Spike, which doesn't really matter, because it's very unlikely that we get it from that event again. Small gift box, which again is an event card. Still always a little sad to see. We have the things that are actually in the gift box, which is Selfless Sacrifice. And Proliferate, which are both good cards. Bit sad to lose, but whatever. Inhale. And then Mushroom Cloud. We used up a lot of spells. Luckily, most of them aren't that important. But again, it just... the bulk of them being gone is still worrisome. Benediction is another one that I'm a little concerned to give up. Just because, like, floor-wide damage shields and a little bit of attack scaling is real good. Not gun guy. Fun guy in a suit. Which we didn't super need. It was helpful, but probably could have gotten away without it. So I think that's all the spells, and then we had Hall of Mirrors. Which I almost just typed down as Mirror Room. And then equipment, we had Loam Coat, which, again, not the worst thing to lose, but it is a very good equipment. So I think that's everything. And then that is the second bullet path done. So we'll see if we can get through the third bullet path and see what we can do. Anyways, let's get into it. So, as a reminder, for this one, we do need to re-roll if we aren't offered Headsman, the third option. Also, because I know that I'm playing Headsman, we can be a little more, strategic about our Pyre pick. I think we want Pyre Savagery, because it makes it so much easier for Bolette to be getting the kills, and that's what we need. I mean, like, obviously there's a lot of other powerful things we can do with the clan, but we do need Bolette to be a contributing member of society. And if we can make him just be a fearsome trampling beast, that's real good for us. So that's what we're doing. So we have already used spawning pods. Haven't used Divinity. Divinity's good. Puffball is okay. We do need to see if we actually have the right path. We do. So that's what we're doing. First time each turn a spell card with Consume is played. Draw one. Divinity's pretty grand for Headsman, though. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. It just makes it so much easier for him to stand up front. It's a solid card in general. But yeah, like being able to seed him with a bunch of attack, some defense, and something that we can then propagate, that's really nice. I would like some way to give him damage shields or to give other units damage shields, but like that in particular is quite good. Do I want Odie's Totem? I find myself consistently disappointed by Odie's Totem. Don't think I want Odie's Totem. It's vaguely nice for the divinities, but there's other ways I can utilize divinity. And I just don't think that's what I want. I think we'll take the Verdant Cycle. Mark Invasion is largely not bad for us. Now the question is, do I want to try a world in which Bolette is my only unit down? I think we're going to leave the mid-floor open, and we're going to really hope that we get Divinity. I was hoping we'd get them on separate turns, but one is good, as we're now up to getting 14 armor. Ta-da! We can get the Collector. Alright, and then the Slays just keep on coming. I don't know if I actually want to play you. I guess I'll play you, and then try to, like, just cause Bolette to the front. Okay. Well, I draw into the Vengeful Shard, which feels bad. And I'm still not killing this guy, but whatever, fine. And yes, I know I'm utterly wasting the Puffball. Oh well. That's fine. He's sitting there as a bit of a buffer in case we need him for the boss. Yeah, drawing into the shard did feel bad. I really do hate that aspect of Monster Train 2, that can happen. I don't know if Bullet's getting the kill. That's fine. I'm not going to math it out to figure out if he does or not. Chances are that he would, but there was always the possibility that he would. Okay, so what do we want here? We did get rid of the Infectory last time, so it is available now still. Gooey Flask isn't terrible. We are up against Savagery Seraph, which is concerning. What is Bullet's damage now? So curious, so intriguing. He's up to 45, and I believe he started at 30. Yes, he started at 30, so we got 15 off of that fight. I mean, Infectory is nice, but because it helps ensure that Bullet always has a thing to propagate. Gooey Flask is a good card, although the propagate that Bullet does not hit enemies. It's only friendly allies. It's still good, though. But if we're generating enough Valor or damage shields, it doesn't really matter. Still not bad, though. And we can't take Green Recruit. Not that I would really want to here. Yeah, I guess we'll take the Gooey Flask. I don't know exactly what we're doing. Can't take the Cleave. Don't really want to take the Cleave. Upbeat Warbler is kind of cute. Don't think it's really that helpful for me, but kind of. And Windblade is a thing that exists. Quick would be nice. It would be okay. It might be worth taking. Yeah. I'm going to take it for now. There's a chance we end up just pivoting away from it, which would then make the Calcified Ember gives me a little frustrating, but that's fine. We're going to go here. Okay, -2 and double stack is sort of doable. I can't take either of these, which is fine. I don't totally need them. I think we're doing -2 double stack on the Divinity. Unfortunately, I can't, like, intrinsic that, but that's still pretty good. We could also double stack the Gooey Flask, which is nice, but just getting a bunch of Valor is pretty nice for us. Especially in a world where we hit -Ember per turn, which I knew this was a possibility. Okay, we are going to, I guess, do that. Because, yeah, they have haste. I do like his jazzy ways. And yeah, we played him here to catch that in case that showed up. Yeah, not that great for me, but fine. Oh, fuck me. I didn't mean to do it that way. Well, that wasn't ideal, now was it? Ow. Don't have a whole lot of HP. Yeah, really would have been nice to draw that earlier. It's almost like that was sort of, kind of necessary to my life plans. Do I want to play the puffball? I am going to play the puffball. It does kill him. Whatever. I am just worried about not being strong enough on top floor. Which we probably are, but just in case. This just overall seemed like a good plan. I was going to be really mad if the math worked out where the bird got the kill. I was pretty sure he wouldn't, but I wasn't going to sit there and find out. So I can't take spawning pods, can't take green recruit. We're going to take glow up. I can't take cleave, I can't take self-sacrifice. I could take another divinity, which I guess I will. Seems a little unnecessary, but that's what we're doing. We are definitely going here. I don't hate the heal, and boy, are there things that I want here. That's not it. Bloodthirsty Blade is pretty good. Can't take a Wogan Rail Spike. The other two are pretty interesting, though. Because Avarice and Rage are both things I can propagate. Trample, Proliferate, Greed. I mean, I kind of want to do this. The Propagate Rage is the better play, though. But also, I'm going to take that Bloodthirsty Blade. I was really hoping for Void Armament. But this is also quite good for me. I do kind of want to do this. You know what? Let's do it. It's a bit unnecessary, but that's fine. God, it heals so little because we have Pyre of Savagery. Because the heal is percentage based, and so having lower max HP does lead to that misery. The Iron Tongue is sort of interesting, but not that important. Weapons cache, I do like. I don't know that that's really that important for me, though. But I could take it, and then it future-proofs a little bit. And I don't need to worry about saving anything for a prior or for a later run. I mean, do I want the weapons cache? It's largely just the better option for me. I mean, other than it costs extra, but like I can afford that. So, fine, I guess. Okay, so Pyre Hunter Archeon is scary. Does a lot of damage. I mean, I don't care about how much damage it does to my Pyre. That's not my concern. My concern is literally everything else. Okay, you're not quite strong enough yet to be... God damn it, I really wanted that divinity, though. It's like the worst draw order possible. Okay. Now... Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I think we have to do it like this, basically. But it gets bullet slaying, and that's what we need. And it protects us for a little bit of time. Yeah, this is the issue, though. Okay, that works. Although I don't have a whole lot of Valor on you. Oh, and you're surviving. And you go up to 15 attack. That's pretty bad. But you would die in a single hit. Alright, let's see what we can do. Ow. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, the biggest problem is that I just don't have the defense. I mean, like, I can just play this slightly different and be a little cheesy. I can also just not play him as my frontliner at the beginning and everything's fine. Bottom floor with Puffball. It's a consideration. The main thing is just if I can get the Divinity on him, like, not play out the Brain Spike this turn, everything's fine. Because that's where all the problems come from. It's just that I whiff on the Divinity right at the beginning. Like, other things are not always great either, but that's the main issue. Because then he has higher attack, he has the defense. I can even do this and have him start spawning fungi as well. Like, yes, I take the damage from you, who cares? I mean, apparently I care a little bit, but so be it. Nope, that's not enough. Yeah, it's just between you two, it's just too much. But we can do that. And then everything's okay. Because then we're killing all those. We do some fungi. Unfortunately, Bullet doesn't get the Valor armor, but that's not too big an issue right now. Yeah, I'm not doing a whole great job of getting slays on this fight, but oh well. We're trying. Okay, we're gonna do that to soften you up just because I don't really have great defense. I can afford losing 1 HP just to give you a little bit of decay. It is worth a fair chunk per round, so. Okay, I guess we have to do that. I was trying to prevent him from getting the kill on the weakling. I guess it's about equivalent. Anyways, here we are. We get the kill. It's not clean. It's okay. I mean, fine. I'll take Hymnist. I am gonna skip on those, and I guess we're taking Ember. You have 50 more HP than necessary. I mean, sort of true. Pretty sure we're going for the Merchant of Magic. I do also want to go here for a lot of reasons, but we're going here. Okay. Headsman 2, since that's our only option. Actually, probably should take the Avenger. Yeah, I'll take an Avenger, I guess. Okay. We're going to do this, I think. And we're gonna greed for that, because I can. I guess. I have a bunch of chaff in my deck. Don't love the minus drop, but we're going to accept it and hope that it's okay. So you go there. Unfortunately, I only have one unit to play here to draw with. And then you're going to get that, which is not totally ideal. Frankly, wish I could just sap you a bunch. Can't do that currently, but... let's not take that damage, I guess, and give you some avarice. Okay. Okay, this should work out. Because, well, you have lost your melee weakness. That's still fine. And if I really needed to, I could have done shenanigans things with the Just Cause. But we don't need to. And now we're getting permanent slays. We're propagating the Valor. We're propagating the Avarice. It's all turning up in our favor. And we'll... Oh, actually, I don't want to make those. Whoops. Oh, 105 gold from that wave. I hadn't realized. Yeah, anyways, we're not making fun guys there. That's not what we're doing. Are you getting the band back together? No. Partly because one of them is worthless for us because Bullet naturally has Trample. But also because I already did the achievement. We did have a run... like last week, maybe the week before, where we did actually get offered all of the birds in a single run, and we could have done the getting the band back together if we really needed to. It's all coming up Sal House. You know what, Tiny? It really is. Fuck. God, I really hate that happens. Mind if I mention different streamer, Sal? As long as it is... I mean, yeah, that's fine as long as you're not like overly rude about them. I don't mind, really. I appreciate you asking, but yeah. Me being rude, what on earth? I just mentioned it as a general point, because I know I'm not always good about this, but I try not to, like, bash people by name. Just not really what I want to do with the channel. But anyways, Matt Oblivion got his banned Shivo on his 180 crown run. That's very cute. And then he didn't realize you can't master cards in challenge runs. Oof. 881 gold for the fight. Yeah, we got a huge amount. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that much, but I knew it was going to be a good chunk since we are propagating the Avarice. And I did put a good chunk of Avarice on just in general. Greed paid off. I mean, certainly is going to help. So we can't take the Inhale. Could take either of the other two. The Contagious doesn't super matter. It is cute. Because we could potentially do it with a Gooey Flask. How much HP does Bullet naturally get? 30? God, it's so bad. This is why we need damage shields. I mean, I could sort of be doing fun guys as well, but we have other problems. We're just gonna skip. Heaven's Word. There's the third bird. We definitely don't want Prince Zephyr. We don't want Punk Shredder. And Heaven's Word doesn't do anything for us, kind of. I was telling him Artificial Card Master was a sin and he chose not to listen to me. Is Heaven's Word new? Yeah, it's the new Banish card from Lost Arsenal. It's a bit of a weird card, but it is good. Since it's just like overstack a floor, the card. Yeah, it's solid. I think we're going here, especially because we would like to get something to combine the Bloodthirsty Blade with. Either Cursed Twin Blade or Void Armament. No. No. I mean, I could sort of take Stoic Plate Mail. I don't totally hate that, honestly. I would have to take Capacity, but it's honestly not the worst thing. Exile's Diadem merged with Bloodthirst. Yeah, but it doesn't, like, help me, really. Not any more than the other things I'm trying to do. Like, extra capacity, not that helpful for me at this moment. Like, technically, yes, I could, like, dupe the Hymnus. Not the major solution to my life's problems. Maybe I want the Plate Mail. I'm gonna take this. There's a good chance we get rid of it later, but we'll see what we can do. Everlasting Light is sort of cute. So currently I'm using 2 for the weapons cache. And then like 3, 4 on you, and I have 6, and I do technically play other things, but I could just not play the other things. Kinda wanna do this, but I don't think I really care. Yeah, we're just gonna not do that. I just sort of need better answers going forward still. Everlasting Light is cute. It is certainly not the worst merge target. It's just not really what I want. How you doing, Tesserar? It's going okay on my end. Oh, I did forget that Stoic Plate Mail will interfere with the weapons cache. Well, we might just be about to get rid of that. Or I could make it deployable just so we can't draw it with that. Seems a bit of a waste, but it is possible. I mean, I still might do it, though. I don't know. I'm really just debating whether I want to do the Everlasting Light or whether I want to stall and try to get something else I care about. Problem is I think it's unlikely that I hit something else that I care about. How many more Merchants of Arms are there anyways? 2 if I want to go to both of them. I think Everlasting Light is probably just good enough for me. So, we'll take that. We'll merge that. What do you want to merge with anyways? Cursed Twin Blade and Void Armament are the 2 that I'd be looking at. I'm gonna do this just in case I need it later. I don't think I really actually do. We are going to remove things. Many of them. You know, frankly, we'll get rid of another of you. I just want my deck much thinner so we can more reliably draw into what we want. We do want to set up on top floor because we want those sweet, sweet slaves. Also, it gives us time to draw what we care about. We'll have enough gold to purge the whole deck. I mean, that is part of the plan. I'm just going to do that for now, just to get them out of the way. Okay, that's not terrible. Still have some problems, though. No. I do want other things, but we're still going to do this. Because I want that Avarice more than I want the extra Valor. And we do get Valor off of the Everlasting Light that's merged in there. Yeah, I don't really care about the swap. I somehow think it will work out no matter what. And these guys only have one reanimate, so our single stack of multi-strike is enough for us. We are going to spawn you, I guess, even though that might backfire on me a little bit later, but... Oh, it definitely will. I probably shouldn't have done that. Well, it's fine. I am going to deprive myself of some slays, which is a problem, but whatever. Oh yeah, I made those fungi pretty strong already. Well, mistake on my part. I am depriving myself of a number of kills, but whatever. I'm not going to restart the battle just to get the maximal gains off of this, even though it would be nice. Well, I got 2,200 gold back from that battle, basically. So much gold again, hundreds of gold were lost. Yeah, I mean, it was a mistake on my part. Truffles is bad, and definitely not useful here. We can't take Mushroom Cloud. I could take Pandemic. I don't really need it. It's technically useful, but just not that important. We're just gonna skip. Yeah, Shield of Wing is the other one that I wanted earlier, but doesn't really matter now, since I've been using the Quick. We're skipping. Also, there's Lead Songbird. Definitely could have gotten the band back together. Also, admittedly, Lead Songbird, not actually bad for me here, but I just didn't really want to do it anyways. We are going to go here, I think. Merchant of Magic is good, but I can also just dupe one of my already good spells, or dupe the bird. And the healing is sort of nice. Jack Strips we don't need. Karmic Sensor we don't need. Everturning Soil I'll take. I could take Jack Strips as a bit of or reliability. I actually might want to take that, because it helps ensure that if... It just helps ensure that I'm not, like, missing things. It does mean I kind of have to set up on bottom floor to be catching everything, but that's fine. We'll do it. It's not ideally what I wanted, but... You don't say. Oh, that does kind of mess up my plans a little bit. Well, fine. Can't take that back now. If you remove card, you lose the +1 drop. That's fine. I know that that's going to happen. It's not a big deal. Taking sketches was a mistake, kind of. Because it means that it'll put my extra Hymnus on the wrong floors. And that was not what I meant to do. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think that one through well enough. There are still ways to fix that. It's just not really what we wanted. Do more bird. I thought about it and then I didn't do it. But okay, we'll see what we can do. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Hopefully we get the banished tome, whatever it's called, the flying tome. But we'll figure it out. You're in there, you're in there. I actually probably should have not done it this way, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so they get multi-strike, you get quick. That's more or less okay. Oh, I actually didn't want to dupe that with Twin Mines. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was going to be enough on its own. Just didn't actually try it last time. Okay, I take the 1 damage from the Vengeful Shard, but that's okay. Fortunately, Bullet didn't actually kill the last dude, but that's fine. Yes, look at him go, my beautiful, beautiful creation. And look, he even has more Avarice now. Yes, look at him go. I am still annoyed that I messed up and took sketches. I mean, it's helpful to some sense, but it is a problem. But whatever, we'll make do. Kind of. Just without multi-strike, savagery does become a much bigger issue. Well, there's the Cursed Twin Blade that I would want, but I can't have. Tome of Evergrowth is good. Let's skip. We're going to take more Ember, I guess. I don't know. Really wish I'd gotten Challenge offered earlier. I mean, Bullet's about to get a pretty big boost to his strength. It's just not quite enough. I do have the possibility of pivoting pretty hard right here, though. Okay. This is gonna look a little weird. We're gonna give you quick. We're gonna give you Titanite. We're going to go to Headsman. Enjoy some HP and some more HP as I can. Okay. I guess we will leave it there for now. I might end up removing... Go fuck yourself. Time to remove all Just Cause. Yeah, we probably are going to do that. Yeah, so we're going to say... Oops, I need to play the weapons cache first. So the drag strips will kill all these guys anyways. I actually think I probably still want to be on bottom floor. It's sad that I'm going to miss a number of kills, but whatever. And I don't think I need the Avenger yet. The Avenger was really just in case we got the Savagery's final assault. I did forget that you're a jerk, though. This does matter. Because you don't give me quick. I did forget that that was the thing that was going to happen. Okay, well, then on to the backup plan. I technically did this in the wrong order. It doesn't really matter because I only have one equipment I need to pull out. Alright, on to the backup plan. Not the plan I want to do. Plan that we are going to do. Okay. Oh, actually, I don't want to dupe that one. I want to dupe the double stack one because it's the same amount of Valor. I just spend less Ember doing it. Okay, so you waste my time. I still get the Slays. And then I can put Bolette up front now. So that he gets the Valor armor. Because that's all we really needed was to survive that first turn. Okay, so now you get the kill. Yeah, whatever. We're not killing the backliner. That's fine. Yeah, you're a jerk. We get it. Fine. I have plenty of Valor, so like I'm not dying. He does cause me a little bit of grief, but overall things are fine. I don't think I really need that much more Avarice, so we'll do this. Although multi-strike would be nice. Feels like a Pyroborn run with all the money. I mean, to be fair, we are using a Pyroborn card to get all of said money. But yeah. Okay, look at us go. Truly a god among men. Well, I don't really need the grow room. Unless I get some way to get damage shields, which I have not gotten. It's still not, like, a big downside, though. Since the weapons cache is irrelevant to me after a little bit of time, basically. I definitely don't want Pox, and I can't take Inhale, and I don't think I would take Inhale even if I could. Yeah, Savagery Seraph is a problem for me, though. I was really hoping to get things that I wasn't offered. Probably should have done other things. Do I want the Grow Room? I think it's not that helpful for me. Unfortunately, I can't take Begone. Otherwise, I would love to take Begone here, but I took it in the prior run, and it did fuck all for me. God, that's unfortunate. It's like... It's not like my ideal card technically, but it is exactly what I want. It's either that or I wanted some source of damage shields. That we also couldn't take Benediction. We would have been able to take Sanctuary were it offered. Okay, so if I go for Merchant of Arms... I could get Inferno Room, which sort of solves some of my issues. And that's about it. If I go here... There's not much I can do. Dupe Bird, kind of. The problem is duping the bird doesn't really help. Pretty confident we're going here. It's just I don't know that I have a solution to my problems. But we'll figure it out. We sort of maybe have options, depending on what we are offered. I will take that, I will take that, I will take that, because I have all of the gold in the world. Don't really want that, don't really want that, and don't really want that. I may as well do that. It's kind of hoping for Split Anvil, but, you know. I was really hoping for Intrinsic. Okay, well, what am I going to do with all this? Great question. I ask myself that each and every day. Okay. So first off, I agree. Don't think I need the Just Causes. Also, don't think I need the Eager Conscript. I was kind of leaving it, and I'm probably still gonna leave it, but I mostly don't need it. Don't really need the Stoic Plate Mail, but it's not that big a deal to just have it. So here's the main thing I'm deciding on, is do I want to... There's a world where I get rid of the Warbler so that I can use the Avenger to apply melee weakness to enemies, so that I can trample over them, and also so the Hymnist can always be drawn on bottom floor. The problem is I don't have defense against the sweep guys, and that's an issue. Also, I do... Well, I got the glow up. Okay, we're gonna do this. I kind of think I have to, unless we can get Bolette strong enough that he's gonna just kill everything. And that's why I would have wanted a Well, A, that's why it was a mistake that I had the sketches, because I can't get my 2 Hymnus on the same floor now. And yes, I could have, like, duped the birds, but it would have been in a weird situation where it would have needed to get, essentially, I would have needed to get enough birds, and even then there was a good chance that I wouldn't have gotten the right ones on the floor. I don't know that it's possible for me to get Bolette strong enough. I think I maybe just have to set up on mid-floor and just eat some damage. Oh, how good are the runs? They go okay. They were in a bad situation. Would be funny if this run fails because of the false promise of sketches. Yeah, I mean, I really did fuck myself by taking it. I snap took it without even thinking about it because it's normally so good and that it guaranteed I could get one of the Hymnus out for free. But totally forgot that it meant that I couldn't use the other Hymnus because of that, which dramatically ruined my plans. Because without that, we're in great shape. Because Bolette is naturally hitting for, you know, 400 something damage, and with multi-strike, that means we're in a real good shape. Was looking the last few streams, didn't get to ask what's the hat trick challenge. So here is the hat trick challenge. It was a thing made up by the community back in Monster Train 1. The idea is you pick a champion and clan combo, and then you have to win 3 runs back to back to back, each run using one of their different champion paths. So no cross pathing all the way to rank 3, have to do all of their champion paths. And any cards that are used in a winning run cannot be used in the subsequent run. So you have to budget the cards from your clan combo across all 3 runs. So that's the hat trick challenge. We're currently doing Bolette on the 3rd of the runs, and I put myself in a really bad shape. And the thing is, like, depending on how I draw, it might be fine. Because, like, if I make it so I draw into the Gooey Flask turn 1, I can solve the sweep dudes long enough to get my my armor set up, kind of. But if I don't do that, then we have problems. Also, I will tell you right now what I really wish for, like, the first time ever that we were offered Breath of Heaven. Because that would have gotten the sweep enemies in front, which I could then kill with Avenger. Dupe the sap card. I'm strongly leaning towards that. It's mostly that I've been hemming and hawing whether we're getting rid of the Warbler or not. Because we kind of have problems either way. What happens if you're not offered the champ upgrade, you're missing once you get to the 3rd run, reset? Yes, you just have to reset until you're offered it. And on the 2nd run, if you are offered the one you already played, and one of the others, have to play the other, whether that's what you wanted or not. So, yep. I mean, I can just set up on top, higher floor, and just lose some HP. I'm just so worried that I'm going to be leaking a bunch of enemies. I mean, like, maybe it's not as bad as it looks. Anyways, here's what we're doing. We're duping this. Fine. We're getting rid of you. I honestly probably don't need this many divinities either. Also, you know what? I think I just upgraded you, but do I care? No, not really. Alright. Let's see how bad this goes. Okay, that is what we were afraid of, but I can do that, which sort of works. Problem is I have all this, but we at least got the gooey flask, so I can do that. And they're all doing 0 damage. Really would love to get Bolette up front now, though. Yep, this is the problem, though. Yeah, I'm in real dangerous shape. Because I can't get Bolette the Valor armor this way, which is what I need. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. So, option number 2. Although I think this is a big problem. Alright, we're gonna try this, and we're gonna cry, and it's gonna be whatever. Really wish I could reposition my birds. Problem is you're gonna die, which is whatever. And more to the point, the other problem is that I'm not gonna have enough bulk. Oh, actually, I should have done it slightly differently. Probably. Oh, except then if I get the fungi, I was gonna spawn a fungi, but then they lose the melee weakness. So I actually probably don't want to do that. Although now they're not going to have melee weakness next turn. So be it. We'll see what we can do. Alright, well, we'll see what we got. You do have some Valor, so you are staying alive, which is cute. You're not dying, and so you are going to reach the thing safely. Oh, I actually don't need to play that out, because that heals for as much as I lose. Technically, it does actually matter, because I gain the health to go to max, and then I lose it. Oh well, it's whatever. Yeah, I probably should have invested in giving you some more Valor. So we'll see what we can do. We don't have to go that much further, and Bolette is absolutely a monster. As evidenced by the whole 400 armor situation. Let's go back to full, take a little bit of damage, who cares? Yeah, we are letting some enemies through, unfortunately, because we didn't get melee weakness on the right targets. Which is my own fault. Oh well. And then, unfortunately, he had some attack on him thanks to the Valor, so he wasted the melee weakness, and then we started losing a bunch of HP. Ow. Should survive that. It's not good. Actually, didn't do the math, and I forgot that I was taking 10 damage from those guys. No, fuck me. God damn it, I should have mathed. I did it to myself. I mean, we were in real bad shape for that. And again, the problem is that I took sketches. Like, had I not done that, I could have been in fine shape because I would have had quick and multi-strike on Bolet, which is what we needed. God, and it was my own fault. We almost had it because I just need to get past that. I could have done a number of things to mitigate the Titans, but because like I would have been at low health, but I had the Brain Spike, which I could be healing off of. I would have been able to block for a while with the Puffball and the Stoic Plate Mail and all that. But I did it to myself. Anyways, there we go. I mean, that is the whole point of the Hat Trick Challenge is, like, I was unable to draft a number of things that would have helped me there. The biggest thing, though, again, was just that I took sketches, and that was a bad idea. But, well, so be it. We start from the beginning. Cat, you are super in the way, my darling. It is not time to feed you. Anyways, I guess let's do that again. We're probably going to try someone who's not Bolet. That went well, and I had a lot of fun with it, but I think let's try a non-Bolet champion. That said, let's take off the Bolet marks. Soul Guard. Some other hero maybe as a break from Under Legion. I mean, I really like Under Legion overall, but yeah, I like to... We spent a lot of time playing Bolet recently, so I don't hate playing a different champion just to do something different. Yeah, we finally made the tracking sheet. So, here we are. It's not like too fancy, but it's a way where we can see what we've done. 3 boxes, you know, one for each of their champion paths. Though with 20 champions now, I can't, like, label each box like we did with Monster Train 1, since it's just too much text. We could do Soul Guard. Kind of want to do Tethys. Kind of want to do one of the Lazarus champs, but I think I'm fine with doing one of the Stygian champions. Soul Guard is fine if that's what people want to see. Yeah, we can do Soul Guard. Yeah, actually, let's do Tethys, because I think Soul Guard is likely going to get banished again. I mean, no surprise, we're going to be using Banish for a number of them. So, we are going to be seeing a lot of Banished. We're probably going to be seeing a lot of Stygian. I could also maybe use Lazarus with Soul Guard, but either way, we're going to do Tethys. And we're going to take Pyreborn. Does the Pyre need to be unique for each of 3 runs as well? Yeah, I had to make a decision because there weren't alternate Pyre Hearts in Monster Train 1, so we had to come up with a decision. I thought the most fun one would be doing unique Pyre Hearts. Otherwise, it's just easy to use the same couple Pyre Hearts every time. And some champions definitely would have an easier time with using a single Pyre Heart. Like, Wilden 10 would definitely appreciate from doing Pyre of Savagery every time, for instance. And I think it just creates more interesting things, especially because I don't know for sure which champion paths are going to be offered at the beginning of a run. So I have to kind of take a guess and make my best plan. we should really make Sal use entropy every time. Absolutely not. There is one player on the Discord who uses entropy every time, and that sort of baffles me. But whatever, it's what they like. Anyways, so I think we're doing Tethys, and we're doing Tethys Pyreborn. Just to double check, pretty sure that's what I want. Because here's what we're contending with. So for Tethys is 3 paths. We've got Chillwind, which is whatever. It's a bit of a shame that it can't cross path into the sweep. That said, we could potentially get Iron Tongue for Tethys, and then she would lose 30 attack, but she would be applying 50 Frostbite to the entire floor, which is not bad. It's overall just, like, not that impressive, but it's okay. And with Pyreborn, we could potentially be generating, like, Pyrogel as well, to, like, amplify that damage, which is pretty good. Conduit definitely appreciates the extra damage spells in Pyreborn, especially if we hit, like, why am I blanking on the name of it? I keep wanting to say Pyromaniac, but that is not the name of the spell. Whatever. The 4-cost explosive spell. Anyways, Conduit definitely appreciates that. Handheld Totem, again, appreciates having more, like, high damage spells. Especially since I need to budget them across both Handheld Totem and Conduit. There's also Magma Cultist, which benefits from just the general incanting of Stygian and, like, the Incant Armor upgrade. The only other real contender is Luna. Luna's also good, but I think I just want to do Pyreborn, especially because, I don't know, we're not going to be using Pyreborn all that often. I hadn't seen the rework. Was RuneSpeak do? Honestly, I keep forgetting that she has RuneSpeak now, but it draws a damage spell, grants it 20 extra magic power, which is certainly appealing. It gets rid of one of the big problems of Handheld Totem. Anyways, we're doing Pyreborn. We're definitely starting with Firestarter. Huh, that's neat. Yeah. Like, we really went out of our way trying to get the Lost Arsenal patch to be cool for the Monster Train 1 clans. I say we, but, you know, obviously I'm not one of the devs. But, nonetheless, I, in particular, was very passionate about trying to make some of the champion paths more exciting. I really wanted them to do stuff with Penumbra, and they didn't, but whatever. And I really was wanting them to get rid of all the vanilla units, basically. And they did a lot with that. I'm very happy with what they did to, like, Consumer of Crowns and Lady of the House and some others. Anyways, rambling aside, what are we taking? I think if given the option, I would like to play Chillwind first, because that's the one I think I'm going to have most trouble with. Can't wait for the 1,000 Penumbra and Shadow Siege questions on the Ask Me Anything. Good point. There have already been a lot of people, not angry, but, you know, questioning why Shadow Siege and, like, Penumbra didn't get touched, since they're kind of, like, obviously bad cards that could use some adjustment. I mean, Penumbra's, like, kind of okay as is, but Monstrous is bad, and Architect is also pretty bad and pretty... It, like, just basically doesn't do anything for you. Anyways, all that aside, what are we looking at? Heart of the Pact is okay for us. Life Mother's Pyre is quite good for us on at least one of these. Probably Conduit is the one that really wants Life Mothers. Fear's Greed is universally good. Again, Bogworm is good in that it just gives us more capacity to put down, like, Sirens for free if it cooperates. Pyre of Savagery, also technically useful with Sweep Tethys. I think we're just taking Bogworms here. It's kind of useful whatever we hit, and we'll just See what we get. Okay. Sure. Titan Channel Soul Guard feels so good after the rework. It was good before, and now it's even better. Yes, and I like that it's more interesting, because one thing that was always frustrating about it was that, like, you would hit the threshold to bring him online, and then your further incandescence forward did nothing for him, which was okay. It meant a lot It meant a lot more in Monster Train 1, where being a 210, 210 was actually, like, impactful. But that matters a lot less in Monster Train 2. So I definitely appreciate the change. I do think that Dire Channel is somewhat lacking now. He doesn't really have a great purpose to take it compared to the other two. But it's whatever. It's still okay. It's just that I think it would be deserving of some changes. And we're up against Savagery, which is a problem. And it's knockback, which is not great. So I do want Guild Marker, but Jack Strips is real good. We are not up against Entropy, so it isn't in, like, the most important situation, but it still catches every unit trial, invasion trial that is. If we build into Pyrogel at all, it's an extra proc of the Pyrogel. Like, it is quite good. I'll take it, even if Guild Marker is really appealing. Okay, so I think we're taking Chillwind. Although I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do about this whole situation. Also, taking the -1 here does feel really bad, because it means I can't play the Alchemy. But, so be it. Okay. So we will... Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong order. I meant to have the bottom 4 people in mid floor, because we want the Jack Strips to kill all the weak enemies so we can preserve a little HP. Taking the -1 never feels good. I mean, a lot of the time it's fine. A lot of the time it doesn't really impact you at all, or at least not too bad. But right now it feels particularly bad. Yeah, this is why we didn't want to be on bottom floor. Okay, and I probably could have won by just playing the Helical, whatever, I didn't, it's fine. I, for some reason, didn't play that, which is okay. We are more than sufficient. Already got a good chunk of Frostbite on you, got a little bit of Pyrogel, and Tethys is real good at wrecking bosses right now. Okay. We don't want to be taking Crypt Builder or Helical. We really badly want to be saving those for, like, Conduit Tethys or Hansel Totem Tethys. Titan's Gratitude, I hate. Technically, it's better when doing 60 damage. Still really don't want it, especially in a world where I'm probably not taking the offering cards. It's not even good at proccing offering cards. It's just a frustrating card overall. Lava Armor is okay. I guess you're planning to remove your starting Helical. Maybe, probably. In the ideal world, we do, so we can save it for another run, but it's also good. Lava Flow's okay. Really not a card I love. Lava Armor, kind of want. The problem is just that I'm looking ahead to Savagery, and I need an answer to the sweep dudes. And Lava Armor's not gonna help me with that. was worse than spending the gold to get your 4 cost card down to 3 and then take the money so I still can't use the big card. Yeah, that feels real bad. The Pyre Ball is sort of useful. In that it's sort of an option to deal with the backliners. I might want that. I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, I do also have Cold Kalia. Like, I technically could just, like, give you equipment, give you quick, watch you try to sweep them into oblivion. Like, that is an option. It's not the option I really want to go with, but it is technically a play. I'm going to take the Pyre Ball, I think. I really don't want to do it, though. I can't just not take any of the damage spells, though, probably. You know what? Fuck it. We're not taking Pyre Ball. We're taking the Lava Armor. We'll see what we can do between now and then. The problem with this clan combo is budgeting the units across all 3 runs. There are a lot of good units, but I don't like having to budget them in this way. The problem is that Chillwind is overall kind of weak for my needs, especially when I know that I'm going to have the double heavies later. There are potentially things I can do about that, like if I got Siren Song, that's pretty good, and that I can apply some Frostbite to them on bottom floor, and then they get to top floor, and then they get Ascended and Dazed, and then they just get hit by the Pyre and take Frostbite damage for multiple turns before they do anything. Like, that's not the worst thing available to me. I still need things to matter between now and then, though. I think we're doing this. Okay. I'm sort of okay with taking Titan Sentry. The problem is just that, again, that's not really a solution against Savagery. For the time being, though, I'm okay with doing that. You are going to get the classic Incant Armor and Dualism. Could have also taken Endless, and that would have been okay. And I think that's all we're doing for now. I do have pretty decent wave clear. Especially because I also have Jack Strips to catch stragglers. Also, I have extra capacity there. Oh god, it is sad that I lost with Bolette after all that. Especially because it was my own hubris. Had I just not... Had I, like, taken one moment to think about sketches, I would have been okay. Well, we're doing this, even though I can't play the rest, but whatever. We'll just go ahead and kill him so I can preserve some armor and do that. You're super dead, even if you didn't get bonked to death. You were real dead after. And now you just get increasing Frostbite and Pyrogel, and you're real dead. Ta-da! Like, this is where Chillwind shines, is the early game. Which I don't really care about, but whatever. Still hate Titan's Gratitude. Offering Token is great. I don't think I want it here. Cuddle Hex is a thing that exists. Don't want Cuddle Hex. Flicker is good. Don't think I want it, but maybe. Honestly, Lava Flow and Pyrocask are not the worst things for me. I'll take Lava Flow, I guess, even though it comes with a thing. I'm sad that I didn't get to play out the other alchemy there. I think I might go Merchant of Arms. Offering Token's card you almost want in all 3 decks. I think what you mean is Offering Token is the card I want in all 3 decks. Conduit is the one that can most easily pass on it, but even then, it's just a good card. But like, it was a solid card in Monster Train 1. It's a better card in Monster Train 2. I think we're going here. There is value to be gained to the Merchant of Magic, but mostly it's not that exciting. On the other hand, going here, maybe picking up a good room, maybe picking up Iron Tongue for Tethys would be quite good. Making this deployable would be pretty okay. Like, there's a variety of things I can do that I would appreciate here. Exile's Diadem I don't care about. Hall of Mirrors is kind of cute. Awoken, Luna, or Lazarus? Minds of Their Own. I was thinking mostly of Spike of the League here. Do I want Minds of Their Own? It's potentially interesting. It's kind of a big ask, but I kind of want it. I'll be honest, I think Spike of the League is probably the better choice here. But there is definitely a world where Minds of Their Own materializes in a very exciting way for us. Don't think we need Hall of Mirrors. Don't think we need Exile's Diadem, especially with Bogworm. Bully Room is fine. Definitely want Iron Tongue. Don't know that I want Zone of Silence. Don't need Steward's Quarters. Going to make that deployable. Did you even see Scrap for Parts? Yes, I know it's bad here. Yes, I noted its existence. Didn't really care any further than that. Fuse it with Quick Dagger. So, yeah. Here are some of the options. Fusing with Quick Dagger is one of the options. Getting something like Void Armament, while expensive, also one of the options. In a world where we also hit, like, Holdover on Minds of Their Own. Because that effectively is doubling the attacks and also giving us Quick for one set of attacks. And that's pretty good. So we're gonna go there. God, I really want to play the Alchemy or the Calcified Ember, but the plan is that we play you, I guess. Not really what I wanted to do, but we're gonna do it just so that we can mitigate Tethys getting pulled to the front as long as we can. Okay, let's... I mean, you're still dying, unfortunately, but we got more Frostbite on here. And that's appealing to me. Sadly, the Jack Strips doesn't work on him at the moment. Yeah, I'll just play you out. I'm not really doing a good job building up your armor, but at least you're not losing armor. Alright, we'll greed for that. Except... I did fuck this up. I forgot that... Yeah, now Tethys goes in front. I mean, it's sort of okay. We have 48 Frostbite on you already, which is good. And I can just keep pinging you. So I don't really care about the sap here. I just did that to gain some armor. Like, Tethys is going to die on the first strike here, which is unfortunate, but... I was trying to get you up higher in armor. But that's fine-ish. You've got a decent amount of Pyre Gel. You've got a lot of Frostbite. You also take damage on that. Probably should have done the Fire Starter, but I really want the extra Horde. Okay, so I can either kill him here, or I can sacrifice 13 HP to get rid of the Calcified Ember. And I'm going to do that. There we go. I mean, Cursed Dragonstaff is good. It's not really what we want right here, unless we pivot to using Magma Cultist, which is sort of fine. Not really what I want to do. Spike the Stygian doesn't super matter. Kind of helpful, but doesn't really solve my problems. Don't think I want Devilish Details. On the other hand, I kind of want Devilish Details. Alright, have a nice night, Fury. I know it's wrong to covet this in this way, but I kind of want it. I'm gonna skip. Okay. Hothead's not bad. Guildmonger is sort of an option for me. Because I could look for Endless on it as a way to sort of mitigate some problems. We're going to skip, though. We are going to take Ember for now, though other things are also useful. We're definitely looting this. I don't have abilities. Guess I'll take Pyroborn's Insignia. No, I'm not taking Capricious Reflection. That was pretty disappointing. I'm gonna go here. Don't totally hate Sinner's Salve. Not exactly what I wanted, but I will take it. Those are not bad. Do wish I had not taken the Sinner's Salve, though. I mean, extra draw is good. It's probably worth sacrificing the extra Ember that I just got. Yeah, we'll take it. The extra gold also would have been good, but oh well. Chill Wind 2 is what we gotta do. And we're going to take the Lightstone Casing. I would love to take Sparkflint Catalyst, but I really have plans for that. Unfortunately, Heaven Seal is bad for us. Admittedly, I probably shouldn't take it. Is legit real bad for me, but oh well. Okay, we got there at least. And I believe they take the damage from Jack Strips before they heal. Unfortunately, I can't play the Alchemy, but whatever. Yeah, you're taking a lot of damage in a way that I'm not happy about. I guess I maybe could have blocked with the Spear Steward, but I forgot that these do extra damage. Do I have the extra conduit? Well, that is nice, but I'm still dying real bad. Yeah, like I did make Corrin a lot less threatening, but also still pretty threatening. Yeah, that ain't great. I mean, I did get a lot of Pyre Gel on you. Yeah, I mean, we still get there. It's not clean, and I didn't get to do any alchemies, but that's okay. Titan's Tooth is cute, not really what I need. Kind of. I mean, the extra Frostbite is nice. Deep Offering is obviously a very good card. I think I'm not taking it, though. Ice and Pyre is nice, but it's not what we want. I do like Dragon's Breath. It is also a very good card for others, but I think we're going to take it just because I am worried about my general life situation. We are definitely going for Merchant of Magic. Ooh. I mean, we're taking Emotome, I guess. Okay, so that's getting the -2. What I really want is holdover for that. I guess I'm doing that? I don't know. And then let's remove some of these guys. Unfortunately, I'm just not, like, I'm not incanting very well, so I'm not building up any armor on my dude. I have a lot of problems, but I was really hoping to hit a holdover. We did hit other things I cared about. Just holdover would have been real nice. Alright, kill some dudes before they can attack. He does get stronger, unfortunately, but whatever. Yeah, Tethys the Cold Kalia gets sapped to oblivion, but Tethys is unaffected thanks to the Iron Tongue. Well, there is a chunk of my armor buildup, but we're trying. Yeah, not actually that helpful. I will pull you out there just to block a bit. At this point, my biggest concern is just kind of stalling. Also, it's Quoto. For some reason, I was thinking that it was the reanimate one. I mean, Quota's fine. Like, yeah, we're not killing him right here, but he is building up Frostbite. I will play the Alchemy, even though we're not really getting a bunch of value out of it. But, hey, we at least get the other one. And we go up to 4 Horde. And then he dies from the Frostbite. Like, that's not too big an issue. Okay, so Frenzy Swarm is good. The problem is multifaceted, though. First off, I can only use it on one run. Also, if I hit holdover, I probably want holdover on mines of their own. I can still do like double stack. It's also quite good. Yeah, not entirely sure what my game plan is here. I'm going to take it for now. We might end up removing it. We are not taking those. And I will save that for a moment that we might loot it at 4. Merchant of Arms. What would I get if I go there? Great question. Unsure. Like, the quick dagger would be an option. Don't hate that. And I don't really need that for another run. Could go here and get a variety of things. Yeah, let's go here, I guess. Versatile Ember Staff is okay. Deepwood Oil, I kind of want. Not like that enthused by it. I'll take the Ember Staff, especially since things are free for me. I will take the Gel Transfuser. I don't know how helpful it's actually going to be, but I will take it. And then let's get rid of some of the Frozen Lances, I guess. Even though currently I can't play out the Stewards either. And I maybe wanted to loot that, but it's fine. We didn't. We should be fine on this, mostly, kind of. The problem is that the spikes are legitimately fairly scary. But also, I do generate a lot of frostbite. Okay, so we're gonna do that so we can dupe it with the emote tone. And then we'll keep him alive. We've already gotten a little bit of fire gel and a lot of bit of frostbite on Kale. Oh, the Tethys animation when you're hovering equipment on top of her. Yeah, I forgot that she has that animation now. Yeah, I'm doing such a poor job of incanting, which is a concern because that's like my only defense. I mean, kind of. I am also kind of just murdering everything. Sadly, don't even have to play the last Dragon's Breath. We're still doing like 400 damage to Kale here. She looks like a cat when you're showing a toy or a treat. Yeah, fair enough. Do wish I were playing out the alchemy, but it is also important to me that I actually be killing things. Okay, so I'm going to play that, because then I actually can proc the Versatile Ember Staff this turn. Okay, and then you don't get to eat the morsel, because we do kill it first. Yeah, Kale's pretty dead by now. So we're going to get a little greedy and just use the alchemy. Yeah, like, you did survive thanks to Kale, but we can solve that, probably. But you don't have any Pyre Gel on you, because I didn't apply any. Well, that is, I guess, an issue. Yeah, I guess that wasn't actually all that good. Well, we're taking a bit of pyro damage, I guess. My bad. Yeah, fine. It's fine. I have enough HP. I can get up to 8 Horde, though the difference between 8 Horde and 6 Horde isn't that much. Well, there's Deep Offering again. There's Ice and Pyre. And Devilish Tails. We're gonna skip that. We're gonna take Ember. We're definitely looting now. So, we definitely want Flaming Talons. Free Pyre Gel is very good for us. Forgotten Name is bad. Shadow Sheath is sort of interesting for us. It's not that good for me, but it's kind of interesting. If I were to get the Holdover online, we could kind of pivot to it, but we're going to take Magma Core anyways. Although Magma Core is only like half useful since I have Sinner Salve, so I don't actually have to take damage from the Vengeful Shards ever. Anyways, would like to dupe. We're definitely going here. We're hopefully hitting a Holdover and or other things. Guess we'll do that, and then... Now, I was hoping to see. Friendly units restore to full health and grant extra HP. Restore to full health, gain armor equal to amount healed. I guess we'll take that on you. Wrath is definitely the one I most commonly take from that. We have to take Chill Wind 3. Unfortunately, that does mean that... it does mean that Tethys' attack goes down now. That's not too big a deal. The Amalgams are not the greatest thing for me to see here. Okay, so... Dazing you for 2 turns, not actually all that helpful, and does deprive you of a little bit of extra frostbite, so we'll just do this. We do get a good chunk of extra things. Yeah, you should be dead because you're going down, and then you've got both the frostbite and the jack strips to contend with. So you're not going to make it to top 4. Also, I could have equipped that first and you would have gone conduit. Overall, it's fine. Yeah, I gotta say the jack strips has really been doing a lot of work for us. Hey, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I could daze those guys, which I might. Okay, be dazed for 4 turns. Which should be enough. So your ability is not really helping out yet. But we'll see. See what we can do. I should have evaluated whether I needed that daze on top floor, but I think we're okay. Yep, just in time. And this way I'm protected from these losers. I'm gonna greed for the horde. I probably shouldn't, but that's fine. Now the question is, can I beat Rax? That time-honored question. Would be nice if things weren't as they are. I am taking damage from you guys, unfortunately. Also, your ability does fuck all for me, because you're not actually below your max HP. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to make it through the Titans, by the way. I'm pretty weak as is. I can make myself stronger at the next shop, but, like, I am fairly weak, all things considered. Okay, well, mitigate the damage that's incoming. Ow. And we get there with just enough days and enough frostbite. Oh god, what a mess. I am not taking the Guardian's Amulet, though it's not a bad card for us, kind of. I'm not taking the others. Pyroclasm is the name of the card. I couldn't think of it earlier. Another Dragon's Breath is cute, but we're not doing it. And we are looting this. Okay. Shell is technically useful now that we have an ability. We're going to take Hellfire Bellows nonetheless, because we are. And then we're going here, and we're hoping it materializes into something helpful. Yeah, I will take that. Holdover. Okay. So, could also hold over the Frenzied Swarm. Admittedly, maybe what I should do. Pretty sure we're going to do this, though. Especially in a world where we already have double stack spell chain on that. Like, that's pretty decent as is. And I think we're just minus costing that now. I guess let's reroll here. I guess I take Cuddlebeard. Really don't need the alchemy, but honestly at this point it's not that big a deal for me. The helicals aren't important for me either. But now with Volas, my options are so much greater. And with having zero cost this. Huh. Let's get rid of one of you, and I do kind of want to save the helicals for later. It was a little cheesy to remove them now, though. Let's just get rid of a Frozen Lance. And then we're going to dupe that. And then with my small bit of gold that's left, I guess I'm getting rid of a Frozen Lance. I guess. Oh, I can still get rid of one more. Goodbye, Frozen Lance. Okay, let's see how bad this goes. Okay. I probably can win now. My deck is a bit of a mess. But we should be doable. And you're going to go up there just as a precaution. Okay. The main thing was that we wanted to draw the Frenzied Swarm this turn, which we did. We knew for a fact we were going to draw this, which means those guys are dead no matter what, basically. I did already sort of forget about Emote Tome when I was making my removal decisions, but that's fine. Okay, and then you can be dazed, and you can be dazed even more. I just don't want him to be popping my frontliners. Also, taking a little bit of damage here is not that big a deal, because we just pop you back up to full. How exciting. Absolutely thrilling, even. We do that to dupe it. We give you a bit more Frostbite. Unfortunately, this does mean I'm not actually playing out the Helicals. Oh, and you are way spookier than I thought you were going to be. Well, okay. That is a concern. But eventually you'll be able to use your ability and heal. I did this in the wrong order. Okay. So you died before hurting me. We're barely hanging on by a thread here. But that's okay. Yeah, really should have gotten rid of the alchemies or the helicals. Or should have played this slightly differently, but that's fine. Anyways, let's keep our dude alive. Then he explodes, because we do apply a lot of Frostbite. And we apply some Pyre Gel sometimes. And with Gel Transfuser, it gets spread from one enemy to another. This definitely could be going a lot worse than it is. And Seraph is getting bodied. He's dazed for multiple turns, and we're doing what we can. Like, getting Iron Tongue on Tethys was fairly important to our life's concerns. Okay. And then, once again, these guys are dazed for a bunch of turns, and we're just kind of dying. Yeah, 680 Frostbite, 62 Pyre Gel. I think we'll manage. Somehow. Ta-da! And our Titan Sentry, who we were really struggling to keep alive earlier, is actually doing okay now. It's a shame that he didn't get a lot of the Pyre Gel that was being generated by other enemies from the Gel Transfuser, but it's okay. Also, slightly wrong order, but I'll tell you right now, it doesn't matter. Alright, 800 Frostbite, 65 Pyre Gel. Somehow, we made this shenanigans of a deck work. Still to be the Titans, obviously, but I'm not too worried about the Titans. Other than the fact that we do get constant corruption buildup, and I have to get past, like, turn 1. I almost clicked leave on accident, which would have been really upsetting. Also, hopefully we don't lose with Tethys later. Like, I was afraid of Chillwind, and this is a winning run for Chillwind, probably, so... Would really prefer not to have to mitigate that. Anyways, we're setting up like this. Oops, wrong order. I don't think it matters a ton, but still. We are setting up like this, so that we can build up a little bit of stuff on you first. So I think we're just doing the Dragon's Breath first, because the extra Pyre Gel now I think is just so good for us. Especially because it also has Spell Chain. Oh, I should be using that after the first one. Oh well. Alright. Well, we already got 104 Frostbite on you guys. Decent amount of Pyre Gel. And here we go. And the sap doesn't affect Tethys at all, which is nice. Okay, we're just gonna skip on the lava armor for the moment, I guess. Unfortunately, you do get a bunch of corruption, but oh well. Whatever, we'll just give you some stuff. You're gonna get dazed for 2 turns, and... I guess let's daze them so we don't have to get some of the corruption and stuff. Also gives us a little bit more armor for incanting on this floor. Okay, so we do want to do that. Just so we can speed up the whole Dominion situation. Great. That's fine. Who cares? Yeah, you're well on your way to death. You'll be well on your way. I guess we just speed you up a little bit. We do get a little bit of extra Pyre Gel on everybody every time Dominion attacks the Pyre, so that's cute. Let's use your ability so you're less about to die. We can now put that on you. Yeah, you're pretty dead already. So let's just give you the Pyre Gel. And then let's proc it a couple extra times. Alright, you're dead, you're dead. And so it's just you. Sitting in a cold flat, waiting for central heating to be turned on while Titans are dying for frostbite. It is another kind of immersion. Fair enough. Okay, we're just going to do that and that. Just for the sake of it. Because we already have the kill. We weren't going to speed it up any by having the Pyre Light. And this way we take less damage just because we can. Oh, and our Titan Sentry finally died. He lasted a good long while, though. Anyways, there we go! We got a win! Now we just got to do it with the other 2 Tethyses. I will say, though, that, again, this is the Tethys I was most worried about, since the Frostbite doesn't scale very well into the later game. And again, if I didn't have the stipulation that Tethys, or that our champion needs to be in some way a contributing member of our team, we obviously could have just used Tethys in the early game and then dumped her on a lower floor to just die, in the late game, but that's not what we're doing. The Iron Tongue definitely helped. The Minds of Their Own was really useful for us. And we didn't use up too many important cards for the other runs. Like, the only banner units I used up were the Cold Kalia and the Titan Sentry, which I don't really care all that much about. Iron Tongue isn't too big of a loss. The, like, biggest losses were the Frenzied Swarm, Dragon's Breath, and Helical. Alchemy, also a little bit of a loss. Whatever, that's fine. But Dragon's Breath is a just solid, strong card. Not always applicable, but it's good and would have been a good pick for like Conduit. What we really want for Conduit though is like Crypt Builder, and particularly we want Pyroclasm or Pyroclasm, whatever it's called. Or we want that for Handhold Totem, because also a 250 damage explosive spell into melee weakness, or spell weakness, also very good. Yeah, that's it. We gotta figure out what we're doing there. Anyways, let's record what we used and move on from there. What am I doing? I must have closed that for some reason. Okay, anyways, so this was Chillwind. I just could not think of the name for a second. Chillwind with Bogworm. I've been using Bogworm a lot in these, just because it's pretty solid, universally good. Also because I'm trying not to only do like Firas and Herzls. Okay, so what are we actually putting on here? For units, we had the Cold Kalia, and we have Titan Sentry. I believe those were the only units that we used. As far as spells, there's a Lava Flow, which isn't a big deal. Frenzied Swarm, which is, again, kind of the biggest loss here. Helical Crystallis, Alchemy, Dragon's Breath, Minds of Their Own, whoops, there we go. And I think that's everything. Of note, this would be way more miserable if we also couldn't repeat any of the artifacts. Like, a lot of the time it wouldn't really matter, but when it matters, it would matter real bad. I don't think we had any rooms. And so it should just be Iron Tongue as the last thing. I really wish they would add this as a supported mode, and so, like, an official mode, so I wouldn't have to record all these things myself. Also, I just think it would be fun for more people to do it. I know it's a pretty niche thing, like, a lot of players would not want to play the Hat Trick Challenge, but I think it's cool. I think it's a fun thing for an experienced player to do, because it does lead to a lot of unusual situations. Anyways, rambling aside, I gotta go. That's where we're stopping for the night. And so I will be back tomorrow. We'll play more. We'll hopefully not fail right at the end like we did with Bolette. That would be soul crushing to say the least, but we're gonna see how it goes. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Have a nice night, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.